Welcome to College Park, where the pros of the NCAA slot quarterfinals run to the third-ranked Terps. And today, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Maryland Terrapins meet once again in the second round of the NCAA Women's Lacrosse Tournament. Thank you, thank you all for watching. Welcome into the broadcast booth on this Mother's Day alongside my broadcast partner, Noah Ghelli on Camp Crossett. Noah, when you think about this one, what are things to watch for?
I think one of the biggest things to watch is both these teams. If you look at their point totals, a lot of the offense is concentrated towards some of the top players. For Rutgers, their top dog is Caroline Ling. And for Maryland, really, a lot of the offense runs through Corey Edmondson, Lauren LaPointe. So it'll be interesting to see which team can get the most production from some of their other players. And for Rutgers, they're going to have to find a way to get some shots past JJ Soriano, which no team has been able to do with that much success so far this season.
Yes, J.J. Sirianni was Leonard a workhorse here for the Maryland Terrapins. We all know what Kathy Reese can do as head coach of the Terps as she continues her dominant run in women's lacrosse in her 20th season at the helm. She's guided them to 5 national championships, looking for her sixth this season. Scarlet Knights are chasing another upset. The Terps are defending their home turf quarterfinals in the line. Right here at CQ Stadium, we'll have first draw up next on WMUC Sports. Welcome back to College Park on this absolutely beautiful Mother's Day here in College Park. The matchup between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Maryland Terrapins. Alongside my broadcast partner, Noah Ghelli, I'm Cam Crossett. We'll get you set for both teams. We'll start off with Rutgers. They're 11-8 overall with a 4-4 conference record. They upset the number 17 Princeton Tigers on Friday right here at CQ Stadium by a final score of 12-11 to advance in the second round of the tournament right here against these Terps. These teams met a few weeks back on April 4th here in CQ Stadium. Maryland was in complete control of that game, winning at 18-11. The Scarlet Knights are fresh off a loss to John Hopkins in Big Ten tournament play last week, but they have another opportunity to move on to the quarterfinal round. Hillary Elsner and Caroline Ling lead the charge for the Scarlet Knights, with Ling coming in with 44 goals on the season. Elsner had a game-winning goal on Friday for the Scarlet Knights to advance to Sunday's play right here inside CQ Stadium. They're led by head coach Melissa Lehman in her 7th season at the helm. This will be their 3rd NCAA appearance. And in 2022, she was Big Ten Coach of the Year. We all know on the other side, Kathy Reese at the helm of the Maryland Terrapins. As they come into this one, earning their 36th straight title to the NCAA Women's Lacrosse Tournament. They come into this one with a record of 16-3 overall, 6-2 in conference. They lost to Northwestern in the Big Ten Conference Championship, 8-7 in overtime. And we are set to go here in College Park. I'm Ken Cross alongside Noah Ghelli as Maryland wins the first draw. As Kennedy Majors will have it for the Terps. They're going right to left here in CQ. Maryland in their home rights, Rutgers in the road Reds. Maryland's got it. It will be Keely Block with possession. Block. She's down by the left side. She finds LaPointe behind the net. LaPointe over to Schaefer. Back to Block. Just passing it to Majors. Down the right side. She finds Shanahan. Shanahan is back to Block. Block has it now. Over to Shanahan. Into Lexi Dupac. Dupac got it. She gets it tipped away by Rutgers. Maryland picks it up, though. They're still in possession. They're running down the field with it now. Maryland's got it. Around the net, it's Block. Block with possession now. Over to LaPointe. LaPointe rips it. Past the blocker. Now the Rutgers goaltender. In the net it goes. Maryland with a first goal of the game. I believe it was Keely Block. We'll get you official confirmation on the goal scorer momentarily, but the Terps have a 1-0 lead just 2 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, that was Keely Block there, I believe, on that goal. Some solid offense there from Maryland. A little bit of a feeling them out period in the first 60 seconds of that shot clock. But Block was able to take the ball, fire it past the net. And now Maryland on the board early. And the Terps have dominated in first halves so far this year, including in their earlier meeting against Rutgers. So they are going to look to follow that up with another dominant first quarter performance and see if they can get off to a good start here as they take the next draw of the game.
Keely Block, it's the first goal of the game. Just set the tone for the Terps. They lead it 1-0. She had 2 goals on April 4th when these two teams met here in CQ. And Rutgers has possession, but then a whistle blown. Get a substitution for Maryland. Entering the game for them will be number 20, Nevo Farrell. And entering the game for Rutgers will be number 27, Francesca Beardes.
And on those draws, mainly it'll be Katie Buck versus Kayla Gilmore. And Gilmore has been able to have a good draw controls all season, but Maryland will also mix in Corey Edmondson, and Rutgers really will just go with Katie Buck for most of the game on those draw controls.
As Edmondson, she was named to Big Ten Midfielder of the Week after the Big Ten tournament up in Ann Arbor, Michigan a few weeks back. As Maryland's got it again, they've got another goal. Maryland's up 2-0 early on here.
Yeah, that was Corey Edmondson, Maryland's do-it-all midfielder, one of the best players in the country.
And Edmondson's 45th goal of the season, first in postseason play. She had 2 goals against Rutgers back on April 4th.
It actually looks like they're going to wave off that goal. The refs did not award it, so we'll see what the call there was in a second. But Maryland missed out on an opportunity there, and Corey Edmondson now with a yellow card. So Maryland misses out on an opportunity to get an early lead, and now Rutgers will look to carry some momentum onto the offensive side for the first time all game.
And Rutgers has it now. Maryland half the field. So Knights have it, and Elsner is calling for it on the right side. Elsner goes to the net. He flips it out to Egglund. And then there was a hit in front of the net by the Maryland defender. Check on Elsner. Lee was the player down.
And it looks like Rutgers will get their first free shot of the game, as the Maryland defenders got a little over chippy there. And now Rutgers has a great opportunity here. JJ Soriano with her first chance to make a play for the Terps. As a violation there now, Rutgers will get a second attempt at it. We'll see if they can have a better chance on the second time. They didn't really go for goal on the first, and now they will. Soriano makes the save.
Yeah, that was a good save there by Soriano. She ran it well. She saved it. Maryland's on running now with possession. Maryland down the right side. It's Majors. Still with possession. Looking for somebody. She's got Edmondson. Edmondson down the lane now. All alone. Looking for a lane. Behind the goal she goes. Behind her she finds Lexi. Dukecat. Dukecat's got it over to Clevenger. Clevenger down the left side. Clevenger with possession now. Over to Emma Abizia. Abizia's got it. Back to Clevenger. Over to Edmondson. Edmondson down the right side. Edmondson's got it still. And behind the net. Maryland with it. It's Keeley block. Over to Shanahan. Shanahan right in front of the goal. Drops the ball, picks it up. Behind the net. Wrap around. Shanahan. Saved there by the Rutgers goaltender.
Yeah, that was Keeley Block looking for his second goal of the game. Nice save there by Quilty for Rutgers. She started the later half of this season after not getting the opening couple games, but she has been in net for a while now for Rutgers. They're starting to find a rhythm on this season. Able to settle in after Maryland jumped on her early.
And she did not play in that April 4th game here against the Terps. The next game with Simone Poraszewski struggled against the Terps on April 4th, so I'm sure Lehman decided to bring in Stella Quilty for this game here against the Terps. As you said, Noah, she's been playing well in the month of April, and she gets the nod today. Rutgers making a substitution. As Maryland has possession now. Shanahan with it over to Clevenger. And down the right side. Back to Shanahan. Right in net. In front of the goal. Maryland has the goal. The shot is taken, believed by Shanahan.
I believe that was, we'll see it now, but that might have been Jordan Lipkin on that one. We'll see the official stats in a second. But again, some good offense there from Maryland. As yeah, that was Lipkin on that goal. So Lipkin's first of the game. And I had mentioned earlier, Maryland's going to need to find some offense from some of their other players. Hasn't really happened so far, but they've been able to do a good job of feeding it through their top dogs, with Lipkin and Block getting the goals so far for Maryland.
Yes, for Lipkin, that is her 22nd goal of the season.
Or rather, it was Annabella Schaefer on the first goal. But for Lipkin, yeah, as you said, she's been great all year. And she's going to play a big role in the run Maryland will be looking to take this season. So it's important for her to get going early.
Yes, the winner of this one will host the winner of Syracuse and Navy on Thursday. That game between the Orange and the Midshipmen will kick off at 1 p.m. in Annapolis. Maryland's got it now. Maryland just to the left of Rutgers' net. It's Majors behind the net with it. Majors back to Shanahan. Shanahan across pass to Lexi Dupcat. Dupcat over to Clevenger. Clevenger. Edmondson with possession now. Edmondson. She was looking for Lexi Dupcat. She just couldn't find her. Rutgers had it for a moment. Maryland steals it away. Maryland down the right side. They got it right in the back of the net. The Terps have a 3-0 lead here, just 7 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, Maryland's gotten off to a great start in this one. And the key has really been those draw controls. They're up 3-0 on the draws. And it's been a mix between Kayla Gilmore and Corey Edmondson. And if Rutgers isn't going to be able to gain possession, Maryland's just going to keep coming right back at them with this potent offense. And that one was Lauren Lapointe getting her 60th goal of the season. Lapointe, first team All-American for the Terps. Or third team, sorry. Maryland did have two first team members, Corey Edmondson on the first team and JJ Soriano, along with Kayla Gilmore, who's been dominating draw controls on that third team as well, and defender Maddie Sterling, one of the honorable mentions. So a lot of Terps on the All-American team that dropped recently. And that'll be another draw control win for Maryland.
Maryland's got it now. Shanahan is flying down the right side. Rutgers trying to defend. She finds Lexi Dupcat. Over to Emma Abizia. Abizia back to Shanahan. Shanahan around the right side. Shanahan looking for a lane. Goes to the back of the net. As a yellow card is administered for Rutgers. As Maryland gets another goal. It's now 4-0. And that one came quickly as Shanahan was behind the net. I saw the yellow card come out, and the next thing you knew, Maryland players were celebrating their fourth goal.
Yeah, a little bit of an and one there for Maryland. And just like that, timeout Rutgers. It's 4-0 Maryland, and they're going to have a penalty when we come back. So dominating start for the Terrapins, as we'll take a quick break and be back for the return of play in this first quarter. 7:37 remaining. Maryland leads 4-0.
Welcome back to College Park. As Maryland has a 4-0 advantage, just 7 minutes into this contest. That goal to make it 4-0, that was Lauren LaPointe with her 61st goal of the season. It's her second goal today. Timeout taken by Lehman, as there was a penalty in the process. Yellow card came out, so it was there are two Rutgers defenders in the box for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, and Maryland off to about as good a start you could ask for, and very similar to these two teams' last meeting. Maryland won the first half 12-3, and they took a 5-1 lead in that first quarter. So they have a chance to outdo themselves now in this second round matchup in the NCAA tournament. And it's been Lauren LaPointe with 2 goals. She's been really dominant so far in this one.
Yeah, in the box for Rutgers, it will be number 21, Peyton, and number 24, Gianna Egloff. Maryland with possession now, going towards goal. It was Lexi Dubkat. She got it stolen away by the Scarlet Knight defender, and they're off and running now. Rutgers is on the right side of the field. They're near the 50. As Maddie Maselli had possession, she turned it over out of bounds. She was looking for number 12, Annalise Messina, as it was put out of bounds, coming out of the box, and looking to get substituted for the Scarlet Knights will be number 21, Peyton Tiny, as she re-enters. Rutgers with possession. They get it back now. As they're down the right side, it's Peyton Tiny with possession. It's Tiny over to Maselli. Maselli over to Egloff, who's out of the box as well. Maryland and Rutgers are back to playing even strength. Rutgers with it. It's Maselli. Maselli is guarded by Majors. Maselli over to Tiny. It's Tiny looking for Lane. Tiny's got it. She finds Scarlet Knight defender. And to the net. It's Aaron Onion to the net, and then get a goal. Rutgers gets back within one with just 5:30 left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Rutgers' first goal of the game, and they needed it badly. Really just their second opportunity on offense, and they needed to make something happen. That one was Hillary Elsner, the hero in their last game against Princeton, helping them stave off that Tigers comeback. And a big goal here for the Scarlet Knights, as they need to start chipping away into this Maryland lead before it gets too big.
The Rutgers back within 3. They get their first goal. And you're right, Noah. They have to get going, and it has to come within, we got 5:30 here in the first, but if you're Lehman, you don't want Maryland to extend their lead so far that you can't get up there and can't find a way to tie it back. But you're within 3. I'm sure the message in the timeout was, okay, well, back when the timeout was called, it was 4-0. So I'm sure the message was, just get one here, settle things down, find the zone, and they'll be all right. As Maryland's got it now. Maryland with possession around the net. It was Shanahan right into the glove of Stella Quilty. As actually was deflected into the net as Maryland gets a goal. It's 5-1. From up here, it looked like that Rutgers had it for a moment. I think the goal scorer, I believe it was Shanahan, will get you confirmation. I thought it was tipped off the top half of the goal stick by Stella Quilty. She had it for a moment. It came out of the net as it was actually Keely Block.
Yeah,
Goal.
Keely Block got that one. So Block now with her first of the game, and Maryland right back up 4 and Rutgers really has to chip into this lead in this final 4:53 in the first quarter. Can't go into the second quarter down 4, 5, 6 goals. You want to keep it to 3. Maybe you can get 2 goals now, cut the lead to 2. But right now, it's looking ugly for the Scarlet Knights, and Maryland has just looked dominant, especially as I mentioned in these draw controls, which they just won again, courtesy of Kayla Gilmore.
And that's Gilmore's 112th draw control of the season. She came into this one with 106. He has now won 6 draw controls in the first quarter. Maryland with it now. Shanahan behind the net. Clevenger over to Abesia back to Clevenger down the right side. Behind the net is Ghelli block. His block finds Shanahan right to the net. It's saved by Stella Quilty.
Yeah, that was Keely Block on the shot, looking to get another goal. She seems to be feeling hot right now, trying to get that second one. But now Rutgers will have a chance to maybe create some offense of their own.
Yeah, Keely Block was able to redeem herself. Her first goal was called off. She's got the 5th goal of the game for Maryland. Rutgers has it now around midfield. It's Maselli with possession for the Scarlet Knights. Down the right side, Maselli looking for a lane. Behind the net, he finds Samantha Swanovic. Swanovic with possession. Over to Egloff. Egloff. With it, she drops it momentarily. She picks it up. It's guarded by Abesia for the Terps. Back to Egloff. Egloff to the net. She was looking for Peyton Tye. She couldn't connect. Maryland gets upset. Terps are up and running. Terps. With it now, it's Lexi Dubkak. There was a big collision there in midfield as Dubkak and Madison Maselli collide near midfield as they guard the ball out of the net, or off the stick rather, of Lexi Dubkak, and Maryland will reset now.
Yeah, Maryland now a chance on offense to put another goal on the board. This is really where they've been all game on this attacking end. We'll see if they can capitalize. Rutgers defense has to be feeling at least a little bit of fatigue. They've just been back on their heels over and over and over again. Maryland able to put the pressure on constantly. Bad turnover there, though.
Rutgers will get the possession off the turnover.
It was Keely Block. Just couldn't make the pass. Not a lot of defense there, just miscommunication. Now Rutgers will take it down the other way.
Rutgers has it now. Rutgers with possession. It's Peyton Tiny. Over to Egloff. Back to Kate O'Farrell. O'Farrell behind the net. Weaving in front of the net. It goes right between the legs of Siriano. It's a goal for Rutgers.
No, it'll get called off. So Rutgers thought they had a chance, but I believe they called a crease violation. And now Maryland will go the other way.
Maryland has another goal. Make it 6-1. The Terps get another one just shortly before this first quarter ends.
Yeah, Maryland's offense firing on all cylinders right now. Not much Rutgers has been able to do to stop them. And that was, I believe, Maisie Clevenger on the goal. That's her first of the game. So the attack kind of coming from everywhere for Maryland. Only Lauren LaPointe has multiple goals, or Lauren LaPointe and Keely Block. So, and Jordan Lipkin and Maisie Clevenger have one. So 4 different Terps with goals now. And with 22 seconds left, we'll see if they can win this draw control. They're 7-0 on these draw controls so far. It'll be Kayla Gilmore.
Maryland now 8-0 on draw controls. They win it again.
Gotta go now if you're Edmondson.
Edmondson just couldn't connect in the closing stages of the first quarter as Maryland are up 6-1.
The 6-1 Terps now at the end of this first quarter. So we'll take a quick break and be back for the start of the second here in College Park for the second round of the NCAA tournament. Sure. We are back now for this start of the second quarter. Maryland versus Rutgers in this NCAA second round. And it's been all Terps so far.
Yeah, Maryland, they got out in front early to a 6-1 advantage. Rutgers, they want to get back into it. It's all going to start with Caroline Ling at the forefront, and then behind her, she's backed up by Hillary Elsner. Elsner and Ling are the top goal scorers for the Scarlet Knights, and they got to they find a way to just maybe get 1 or 2 goals and get back into this one, trailing 6-1 here early.
Yeah, Rutgers is going to need some offense. We'll see if they can get something going as they take it down the field with Gabby Mariani. And now they work it around. Play it outside to the right. Down the field now. And they work it behind the net with Samantha Swanovich. Swanovich plays it out. And now it is Hilsner who pass it around. And the Knights working it around back to Swanovich. Swanovich plays it up top. That is, I believe, Alex Popham. Popham now makes a spin move. Nice play. Shot saved by Soriano. Great move there, but great defense by the Maryland goalie. And now the Terps will look to take it on the other side.
Yeah, that was a good read there by Suriano. She read it well, even after that spin move by Alex Popham.
Now a turnover there for Maryland. Jordan Lipkin unable to keep control. And now Rutgers will push the other way with Bianca Chiarella. Chiarella down the sideline, or up the middle of the field, rather. And now Rutgers will work it around. Peyton Tini pass it underneath. And now the Scarlet Knights will reset. Tini has it. Back around. Now to Elsner. Elsner around. And we'll see if Scarlet Knights can get something going. Really looking for a nice opportunity here, and they need one, as it's Delaney Sutley. Sutley back out to Elsner. See if Elsner can make a play. Elsner flips it back, and the shot is saved by Soriano. That looked to be Annalise Messina on the shot. But Soriano able to make the save. Rutgers maintains possession. Elsner back out to Messina. Messina looking to make a move. Dishes it off. Yellow card called, so an and one situation here for Rutgers. And the refs blow the whistle. Peyton Tini was looking to take it in on the attack. But now we will have a free shot for Rutgers, so big opportunity here with 12:30 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, Rutgers, as you said, it's a big opportunity. They have a chance to get back in this one. Trailing by 5. We'll let you know who the foul it was on Maryland momentarily.
Rutgers unable to capitalize, and that shot is in. Nice shot there from Elsner. Gets it past the stick of Soriano. It is now 6-2 Maryland. Rutgers cuts into this deficit. Big goal there by Elsner. She has them both for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, Elsner, she found as she found the ball, she just one touched it in the back of the net. Scarlet Knights only trail by 4 now.
That was a big opportunity there for Rutgers. They needed that one badly. And now down 4, they have a chance to chip into the lead, but it's going to start in these draw controls. 8-0 Maryland. This reminds me a little bit of a different Maryland-Rutgers matchup when these two men's programs played on this field a while back. A 12-2 win for Maryland, and the biggest key there was the face-offs. For Maryland women's, it's been the draw control, and they lead 6-2. Violation there, and now Rutgers will take it. So they get their first draw control win of the game after a violation on Kayla Gilmore, and they will now look to attack on the offensive end. Going down the right side, it's Peyton Tini. Tini surveying options, gets it to Swanovich. Swanovich around. Now Messina gives it off to Elsner. Elsner to Tini. Tini back to Elsner. Elsner gives it off to Messina. Now back to Elsner. She'll look to attack. Trying to find a hat trick. Dishes it back to Tini. Tini over to Messina. And Messina gives it back to Elsner. So the main 3 for Rutgers right now gives it up to Kate Theofield. Theofield unable to do anything with it. Works it around. And now Rutgers will look to attack. It's Caroline Ling has it. Ling to Messina. Messina looks to make a move. Is unable to. Gives it back to Tini. Tini gets inside. Nice defense there by the Terps. Rutgers regains it, but throws it away. Soriano out of the net to regain it. And now Maryland will control possession. Great defense there from the Terps. And now Major will take it up to the left side. Major dishes it off to Clevenger. I believe. No, that's not Clevenger. I apologize. And now Maryland will look to attack. Gets it to Abazia. Abazia over to Block. Block to Clevenger. Back to Abazia. Maryland working around the perimeter. Clevenger has it on the right side. Clevenger behind the net. It's Lipkin with it. Lipkin defended by Rutgers. We'll see if she can make something happen on offense. Gets it over to LaPointe. LaPointe over to Shanahan. And Shanahan gives it out to Block. Block looks to make a run in. Attacks from the right side. Dishes back off to Shanahan underneath. Shanahan plays it all the way out to Abazia. And we'll see. And there's a call there. A whistle. That was Rutgers. Got a little too stick happy trying to stay in front of Corey Edmondson. Can't blame them. Edmondson's a tough cover. But now Maryland will have a chance. Edmondson on the free shot. We'll see if she can capitalize. 9:30 left in the second quarter. Edmondson takes it. And the shot is good. So a goal there for Corey Edmondson. And now it's 7-2 Maryland. That's Edmondson's first of the game.
Yeah, Maryland able to get the goal by Edmondson there as Rutgers was trying to get in front of the shot by the Terps. They extended their stick and they caught one of the Maryland defenders there, which allowed the free position shot to happen. And Edmondson, she was able to step in front of everybody and get the goal to make it a 7-2 game for the Terps.
Now another draw. It'll be Gilmore versus Katie Buck. Buck has struggled. Senior from Morristown, New Jersey. Not to be confused from Morristown, New Jersey, where sophomore defender for Rutgers, Caitlin Collins, is from. Collins, an alumni of Morristown High School, and so am I. So a little bit of hometown pride there. But now Rutgers will take it down the left side. It is Elsner. Elsner works it back underneath. And Rutgers will look to make something happen. Taking it to the left side. That is Delaney Sutley. And now, Rutgers rather, works around. Tries to make something happen. Can't. Cut inside. Shot is saved by Soriano. Another great save by the Maryland goalkeeper. That was Hillary Elsner on the shot, looking for her hat trick. And now Maryland will look to take it up the side, but Edmondson has it taken away. Maryland regains possession, and the whistle blows. So a little bit of hectic clear there for Maryland. But it looks like they will regain possession as Bianca Chiarelli was all over Corey Edmondson.
Yeah, that was good defending there by Bianca Chiarella, but Maryland is just all over the place. They cannot get a pass off. They were playing too tight down the right side. They have to spread out more, especially if they want to get Rutgers to kind of fade off there, as they were playing real close, as Keeley Block and a few other players were right next to each other, which allowed Rutgers to get their hands on the pass for the Terps.
So now Maryland on the attack. LaPointe gives it a block. Block wanted to shoot, dishes it off, and it's a bad pass. Turnover there. Block really wanted to fire that one, but late close on the defense for Rutgers. And now they will look to clear. It is Gabby Mariani. Mariani gives it over to Messina. And the clear is successful for Rutgers as they will look to attack. And Rutgers able to dish it off. It was Katie Buck with the clear. And now Scarlet Knights will attack with Kate Theofield, the freshman attacker, number 1. Theofield gives it off to Swanovich. And now Rutgers will play it underneath. Scarlet Knights take it on the left side. Dish off to Theofield. Theofield, I don't want to make a play, but a whistle is blown. Will be another foul on Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland making way too many fouls here in the early stages in the second quarter. You know, they got to get They have to get their routes together first off, and then they have to find ways to stop Rutgers from closing in on the net.
Theofield dishes it off to Caitlin Ling, and that shot is good. Ling squeaks it under Soriano's glove. Bounce shot low there towards the right corner of the net. And now you look at the scoreboard, it's only a 4-point lead after Maryland's been really dominating this game. Carolyn Ling gets her first goal of the game. Ling set the single season points record for the Scarlet Knights this year. Adds one more to the tally. So now Rutgers looking to find a little bit of momentum here as they scored back-to-back goals for the first, or they've scored 2 of the last 3 goals. As it is now 7-2-3. And it'll be a Maryland timeout now as Rutgers is leading the quarter 2-1. So they've seemed to settle in a little bit more. And now Kathy Reese will talk it over. And we'll be back for the final 6:32 of this first half for WMC Sports. We are back now for the second half of this second quarter. Maryland leads 7-3, but Rutgers has been able to get a little bit going. We'll see if she can, or if Rutgers can continue its run here in this second quarter. The draw, again, will be between Gilmore and Buck. And Rutgers controls it. So down the side is Messina. Messina, one of multiple freshmen that play key minutes here for the Scarlet Knights. As they'll work it back to Messina. Messina gets it to Elsner. And they will keep working it around as they get it underneath to. And now they keep working around. It is Messina, or that is actually Delaney Sutney, rather. They try to get it back to Sutley after she disses it off, unable. And now Shanahan looks to control it. Fight for the ball on the ground. It's Shanahan looking to take control for Maryland and does. Spins out of traffic. And now Shanahan looks to make a play on offense. Throws it away. But Maryland is able to get it. That is Maddie Sterling. Sterling now a defender, but takes it up on the attack. She'll dish it off and retreat. So now LaPointe has it for the Terps. LaPointe under the net. Dishes it off. That is Lipkin. Lipkin back to LaPointe. LaPointe over to Shanahan. We'll see if Shanahan can get something going. She's been quiet so far in this one. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Maryland leads 7-3. Out to Block. Block has it about 20 yards out. Block looks to take it in. Dishes it back underneath to Shanahan. Shanahan tries to find Clevenger. And does, but Clevenger will have to retreat back under the net. Over to Edmondson. Edmondson on the left side. Takes it towards the middle. Gets bumped. Dishes back to LaPointe. LaPointe back around. Now Shanahan has it. And whistle blows. So a lot of ball movement there for Maryland. And they will get rewarded here with a free shot for, that is Emma Abiza. And Abiza will look to take advantage. And Abiza fires and scores, but it'll be a false start. It looked like Rutgers jumped, and they did. So now we'll redo that one for Maryland. It'll be Abiza again. A little bit of a tough break there. But now Abiza will look to get it in the net for a second time against Quilty. Abiza readies, Quilty readies. And Abiza takes it in and is saved by Quilty the second time. As Rutgers now looks to push in transition with Teeny. Teeny breaking down the middle of the field. Can't make anything happen. She pulls it out, gets it to Messina. Messina back to Teeny. And whistles blow again. So not a lot of rhythm of play right now for either side. As it'll be a free shot here for Rutgers. And Teeny dishes it off and scores. I believe that was Alex Popham on the goal there. And now it is 7-4 Maryland as Rutgers looks to claw into this lead. Nice play there by the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, Rutgers is coming back strong, and they're just down by 3 now. Alex Popham, her first goal of the game, her 8th goal of the season. The sophomore from Rumson, New Jersey.
Yeah, a lot of New Jerseyans on this Rutgers team. They have a couple high school teammates. Senior Katie Buck and sophomore Maddie Maselli played together for Morristown in New Jersey. But now we'll have another big draw control here as Maryland looks to weather the damage a bit as Rutgers is starting to come back. Just like that, a lot of stats are getting a lot closer, but Kayla Gilmore wins that one. And now Maryland will look to settle in. It's Shanahan on the attack for the Terps. Works it up to, I believe that is Jordan Lipkin. Lipkin has it underneath, gets it to LaPointe. LaPointe over to, I believe that was Lexi Dubkak. And now Maryland continues to work it around with Block. So Block has it now on the right side. Gets it underneath to Shanahan. Shanahan looking to make something happen. Can't find Edmondson. Gets stripped from behind. And now Rutgers has another transition. They're running down the field with Elsner. And now they dish it off to Theofield. Theofield works it underneath. And now the goal scorer Popham has it. Popham gives it up to Stella D'Ambro. And now Rutgers continues to work it around. Elsner now. Over to Pompom. Now Kayleen Coughlin. And now they have it underneath. Rutgers surveying their options on the attack. All the way back to Elsner. Now Popham has it. Popham looks to make a play on the left side. Fires and is wide right. Maryland will regain possession. And now, big defense there from the Terps.
Yeah, that shot there by Alex Popham, it was just a little wide. She couldn't connect with her teammate there. As that one as as Popham was looking for Swanovich, that one was sent wide.
Now Maryland on the attack. Over to block. We'll see if the Terps can rebound here. Underneath to Lipkin. Lipkin, nice pass to Clevenger, and Clevenger scores. Great cut and dish there for Maryland. Beautiful offense. And the Terps are back on the board and doubling up these Scarlet Knights. Second goal of the game for Maisie Clevenger, as she stepped up big in this one so far. But a great pass there from Lipkin.
Yes, she has stepped up big. Just over a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Terps out in front 8-4. That was a great pass there. She found Clevenger right in front of the net, and she just sent it home right where it belongs, right in the back of the net to give Maryland an 8-4 advantage.
That's assist number 27 on the year for Jordan Lipkin. Second only to Kristen Shanahan on the team. And Clevenger gets her 9th goal of the year. So now another draw with 1:03 remaining in this first half. Rutgers almost controls it. Ball bounces around. Whistle blows. And now the Scarlet Knights will have control.
See some substitutions coming on for the Terps and the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, whistle blows. Rutgers wanted to get out in transition. Unable to. But now draw controls. Maryland up 9-4, but it was 8-0. So big, and that's correlated almost exactly with Rutgers' opportunities on offense. Having more chances is going to result in more goals. And Rutgers needs all the chances they can get now. And they'll probably have one more in this half with 58 seconds remaining. We have 90 seconds on this shot clock, so that will not be a problem. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. It's Maddie Maselli has it. Now dished around. And it is given off to Kayleen Coughlin. Teeny gets it. Back to Coughlin. Coughlin looks to make a play. Back underneath. Gives it to Elsner. Elsner stopped by Soriano. And that ball will roll out of bounds with 23 seconds left. Rutgers regains possession. Nice save there by JJ Soriano. So now Rutgers on the attack. Works it to Coughlin. Coughlin gets it to Elsner. That shot's high, as Elsner was bumped. And they're going to call a foul. I believe that was on Jordan Lipkin. No, it was May Marshall, the defender for Maryland. Pushed Elsner. And now Elsner will have a free shot with 10 seconds left. Soriano, big play here. Gets ready. Elsner looks to take it. Passes it off. And that shot is good. Whistles blow. And we'll see what the refs call here. If it stands, that'll be a goal for Kate Theofield. But it looks like they're going to wave it off as the refs talk it over. We'll see if they come to a conclusion with just 7 seconds remaining in this half.
Yeah, that was a amazing pass there by Elsner. She saw Theofield to her left. Theofield, one touch in the back of the net, but as you mentioned, refs are convening. They might wave this off. We'll let you know momentarily.
Refs keep talking. And they are going to wave off the goal. So it'll stay 8-4 Maryland. 7 seconds left in this half. Maryland most likely will let it run out.
The-
Rutgers might be challenging this one.
Theofield was issued a yellow card, so she'll head into the penalty box. She'll take a seat. As you mentioned, Rutgers is challenging Lehman through the challenge out there. The refs are convening. They're going to head to the monitor to convene and see what the call is here. We'll await the Kate Theofield goal on the other side of the break. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
After the review, Maryland will not like the call on this one. Rutgers gets its goal, and it's Kate Theofield, the freshman from Smithtown, New York, that'll get it. As now it is 8-5 Maryland. As we will head into the second half, just 7 seconds remaining. That's a big call there.
Yeah, it is. Theofield, she's got to be happy. Rutgers as well. But I'm sure if you're Kathy Reese, I obviously don't like the call. And what you got to do, maybe not this second quarter, but definitely coming out of the halftime break, you have to settle the players down. I'm sure the message in the locker room at halftime is just, shake off that goal. But you got to get the balls out in front of the net. You just have to shoot. One-touch passes are key if Maryland wants to extend their lead here.
We'll have a draw here between Gilmore and Buck. This one will mainly just be for pride with 7 seconds left. Theofield gets her 45th goal of the year. Great season so far for the freshman. As the draw will be taken. And it is popped up in the air. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and time expires on this first half. So Maryland leads Rutgers 8-5 after one half of play. Maryland got off to a great start, but was unable to keep its lead. Rutgers cut it down to 3. We'll be back for the second half for WMUC Sports.
Welcome back to College Park. Start of the third quarter underway here at CQ Stadium. Terps out in front, 8-5. Maryland has to look to extend their lead, while Rutgers has to find a way to get back into this one. As Maryland scoring 8 goals in the first half, they were once out in front 6-1. Rutgers has rallied to cut it down to 3. They now trail 8-5. As for you, Noah, what does Rutgers have to do to get back into this one, and what does Maryland have to do to extend their lead?
Well, what Rutgers has to do is exactly what they were doing to end that second quarter. They have to win draw controls, and they have to be more efficient on offense, as well as pressuring some of these Maryland attackers. For Maryland, they have to keep attacking on offense on their own. Rutgers goalie Quilty has struggled so far in this one, so they're going to have to put as many shots on her as they can. We'll see if they're able to do that here in this second half.
As Rutgers will get possession out of the halftime break. The Scarlet Knights will have it down the right side, as it will be Bianca Chiarella with possession. Chiarella passes it over to Katie Buck, as Buck has it. Buck over to Chiarella, has it, as back to Buck, over to Aaron Duggan. Aaron Duggan with it. Over to Buck. She fakes out a Terp defender. Steps back. Tosses it to Rutgers player. And it gets saved by Suriano.
Great save there by Soriano. She's been excellent today.
As Maryland on transition, they're out and running. Now down the left side of the field. They're at midfield now. It's number 44, Kennedy Majors with possession. Majors pass it off to Abazia down the right side. Abazia is near the logo of the Big Ten. She rushes past that into the Rutgers area of their defense. Is right in front of the net. Abazia has it. Abazia behind the Rutgers net. Over to Lexi Dubkak. Dubkak over to LaPointe. LaPointe down the left side. LaPointe still with it. Over to Lexi Dubkak as Hupak has it. Around the net, it's Abazia. Abazia looking for lane. She rushes past Shanahan. She finds Lexi Dubkak. Weaves around a Rutgers defender. Looks for the shot. Passes it behind the net. Into the stick of LaPointe. As Macy Clevenger has possession now. Back to LaPointe. LaPointe weaves around one defender. LaPointe to the net. Saved by Stella Quilty.
Yeah, some good defense there by Rutgers. And Quilty able to make a save. Maybe she can find a rhythm here in this third quarter, because she struggled mightily in the first half.
Yeah, Rutgers on it now. It's Bianca Chiarella over to Kate O'Farrell. O'Farrell down the right side. As she passes it across to Theofield. Over to Bianca Chiarella. Chiarella over to Elsner. Elsner with it now. Is down the middle of the lane. Passes it to Alex Popham. Popham has it going towards net. It's tipped. Saved by Siriano. Then it went out of bounds off the stick of Siriano. As Maryland will get it back now. And they scoop the ball from the end zone. A few substitutions checking in for the Terps. Number 13, Mae Marshall, will check in to the game for the Terps, the senior out of Lutherville, Maryland. As this will be a free position shot attempt for Rutgers.
Rutgers really been capitalizing on these free shots all game. It's where a lot of their offense has been able to come from.
And they did not get a chance on that one, as they'll still have possession though, as Rutgers will be behind the net. It will be number 24 Gianna Egloff with possession. Egloff with it over to Peyton Tiny, as Tiny's got it, pass right, or shoots it rather, in front of Soriano. Soriano stops it, and Maryland is out and running again. Just under 4 minutes played here in the third quarter. Down the right side, it's Riley McEnroe for the Terps that just checked in. McEnroe, a sophomore from Yorktown Heights, New York. As Maryland has it now, McEnroe passes it to Lipkin. Lipkin down the left side. Behind the net, looking for a lane. She has Shanahan there. She wants the pass. Shanahan decides to go the other way. Lipkin still with possession. Over to Clevenger. Clevenger on the right side, near the Big Ten logo. Clevenger is going from right to left. She's guarded there by Charlie Thomas of Rutgers. And now she finds Keely Block, has it. Block with possession. Still trying to find a lane. She's heavily defended there by Thomas. Block passes it to LaPointe. That was a good grab there by LaPointe. And weaves between two Rutgers defenders, and the ball is tipped. And Rutgers has it now. They're running. They're down the right side. It'll be Chiarella. Chiarella flying down the right side. She passes it to Theofield. Theofield behind the net. Theofield passes it off to Swanovich. Swanovich will have it now. She will find Peyton Tiny. Tiny has got it to Katie Buck. As Buck shoots out of play, Suriano was looking to save it. It just went over the glove, over the glove and the top of the net by Suriano, out of play. As Rutgers will get it back now. Around the net is Theofield. Theofield is guarded by three Terp defenders. She still has possession. They eventually knock it out of her stick, and a whistle is blown.
Terps arguing the call there, but it looks like it's going to be another free shot for Rutgers. Rutgers attack really funneling through everyone right now, just trying to get to some shots past Soriano. We'll see what they can do on this free shot, as it looks like it'll be taken by Kaylee Coughlin.
As Coughlin will stand in the free position area, shoot it. It's wide. Suriano does get a stick on it, though, as she knocks it back into Rutgers' territory.
Nice save there from Soriano. She's up to 6 on the day.
As Coughlin, who had the shot,
Or 7, rather.
a senior from Chatham, New Jersey. Rutgers is going to try it once more. That one's wide by Peyton Tiny. Rutgers with it now. It was Theofield. She flipped it out to Elsner at the last moment, and Elsner finds the net to cut the lead to just 2 now. It's 8-6 Terps.
Yeah, Rutgers going on a run here. They've scored 4 of the last 5 goals from either team, so a 4-1 run for the Scarlet Knights. They were down 6-1 early. Now it's 8-6.
Hillary Elsner, her 3rd goal of the game, her 37th of the season. as Kathy Reese will call timeout, and we'll be back momentarily here from CQ Stadium in College Park. Welcome back to College Park. I'm Cam Crossett here with you. As the horn has sounded, to get play back going again with just over 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Rutgers with another goal to cut the deficit to 2. As they're, as Noah mentioned earlier before the break, they are on a 4-1 run.
Yeah, that was Delaney Sutley on the last goal for Rutgers. That was her first of the game. So after Hillary Elsner scored the first 2 goals for Maryland, or for Rutgers rather, it's been 4 different Scarlet Knights that have scored with Ling, Popham, Theofield, and Sutley.
Yeah, we'll see some substitutions checking in for the Terps. Checking in will be Kayla Gilmore, the sophomore from Mastic, New York, as well as number 28, Shelby Sullivan, the sophomore from Bel Air, Maryland. As Maryland will have it now to the left of the Rutgers net. It will be Abizia with possession. Maryland's got to get back rolling again if they want a chance to extend the lead, as Maryland has been called a violation by the refs as checking out.
It'll be a free shot here now for Corey Edmondson. You like to see that if you're Kathy Reese trying to break this run.
Yeah, as Edmondson comes into this attempt with 14 appearances, free shot appearances, and she finds the back of the net, and it's a Maryland goal as Edmondson makes this a 9-6 advantage for Maryland. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah, massive goal there for Edmondson. When Maryland needed one the most, it was Corey Edmondson that came through. And who else would it really be for the Terps? Massive goal there as Rutgers was starting to go on a big run. But now Maryland regains a little bit of control in this game with 6:01 remaining in this third quarter. But it's not going to be easy for this final just over 20 minutes.
Yeah, they caught Stella Quilty in a tough decision in front of the net. She went low, and the goal or the shot was taken high as they were. Edmondson finds a way to get it above the helmet of Stella Quilty to make this a 9-6 advantage for Maryland. Rutgers will win the faceoff as that will be their second draw control win of the game, but everything will be negated as a yellow card has been drawn. Turnover for Rutgers. Maryland will have it. Taking a seat on the bench in the penalty box will be number 37, Katie Fisher.
This is a big possession for Rutgers. Maryland just snapped their streak that they'd been going on. Now they're going to have to be able to find some offense with a little less momentum than they've had in these last couple of minutes.
As Rutgers will get a shot off Suriano right there to stop it, and Maryland will be back out with possession. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, great defense there by Soriano. Shot there by Hillary Elsner. Now Soriano up to 8 saves.
Maryland flying down the right side. It's Major. She finds Edmondson. Edmondson over to Lexi Dubkak. Finds Shanahan to her left. A cross pass. Shanahan guarded by the Rutgers defender in Misselli. Shanahan's got it now near the Big Ten logo. Spins around Misselli. Shanahan looking for a lane. Rutgers is playing really good defense as Maryland cannot find a way to get towards the net. As Shanahan will find a lane, as a poke check by Misselli does not draw a foul. Now it's Edmondson behind the net. Edmondson back to Shanahan, who dropped it momentarily. She can't find it. She picks it up. Rutgers is on the charge. That was Misselli with good defense there as they force the ball out of bounds, as Rutgers will retain possession. Just under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, great defense there by Rutgers. And now they have a chance to go back on offense. Maryland faltering a little bit on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Maryland has to find a way to maintain possession, not allow these turnovers to happen. As Rutgers, they have came on quickly here in the third quarter, going on a 4-1 run just before that 9th goal of the game was made by Edmondson. As Rutgers has it now. It's Olivia Pickle behind the net for Rutgers. As she will pass it at the last moment, and Rutgers gets another goal. That's her 7th goal of the game. So this is now just a 2-goal lead for the Terps. As we'll see who it is momentarily, but Rutgers is not going away quietly as they have read the Maryland defense well. They've found a way to get back into this one, and it will be number 22, Olivia Pikel, will be her first goal of the game, and that is Pikel's first goal of the season, the North Carolina transfer.
Yeah, North Carolina, they're playing right now as well. Up 16-1 on Clemson. Tar Heels, one of the best teams in the country, one of the top 3 seeds along with Maryland, Northwestern, North Carolina, and Maryland. And I think North Carolina is going to be a tough out for anybody, but there's a good chance the Terps could match up with them later in this tournament.
Yeah, we will see if Maryland will face them later in this tournament. As of now, as you mentioned, the Tar Heels all over the Clemson Tigers. As the Terps, if they find a way to finish off the Scarlet Knights here, with just over 17 minutes to play in the game, 2 minutes left in the third quarter, they'll play the winner of the Syracuse Navy game, which is going on right now in Annapolis.
Syracuse currently leads 3-2 in that one.
The winner of that one will come down here to College Park on Thursday afternoon. We'll have the action for you on WMUC Sports, nationally televised game on ESPNU this Thursday afternoon. As Maryland will have it now, it's Shanahan looking for a lane, is calling the players closer to her. As Lexi Dupac and Clevenger come. Clevenger with it now, around the right side of the net. Weaves past one Rutgers defender. Behind the net now. Was looking to go short side, decided to pass it at the last moment. Shanahan was to her left. She finds her. Shanahan with a minute and 30 on the game clock here. She takes a shot. Saved by Quilty. As Quilty makes a great save to keep this one close.
Yeah, as you mentioned, great save by Quilty there. Rutgers need that one. With Maryland back on the attack. Nice play by Shanahan to get the ball back.
As Maryland will have it now. It will be Clevenger to the right side. A foul was called. Violation by Maryland with 39.8 seconds left here in the third quarter. As the Terps will get a free position shot. And they find the net, and it's in. Maryland with their 10th goal of the game with just under 38 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, great shot there from Keely Block. I believe that was Block on that goal. And now Maryland takes a 3-goal lead. 37 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
As for Block, it was her second goal of the game. The transfer out of University of Pennsylvania.
It's actually her third goal, so that's a hat trick now for Keely Block. That's impressive from the Penn transfer. And she's one of multiple transfers that have really made a big impact for this Terps team. Christian Shanahan has come in from Notre Dame and been a big addition. Those two on offense have been huge for Maryland.
As Maryland will get possession just to find a way to drain out the clock here in the third quarter. And it will be Lexi Dupac. She gets bumped out of bounds. So we'll reset here with 15 seconds left. Clevenger will have it. Shanahan will get it from her. She'll drop the ball momentarily, looking for a last shot with 2 seconds to play here. Clock down to 1-0. We will head to the fourth quarter play with Maryland out in front. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
We are back now for this fourth quarter of play in the NCAA second round between Maryland and Rutgers. Terps lead 10-7, but Rutgers has been putting on a little bit of a run now. Maryland looking to stave off the Scarlet Knights and take home their second victory of the season against Rutgers. We'll see if they can do so. We are underway now. Keely Block has it on the right side for Maryland. Gets it to Shanahan under the goal. Shanahan tries to find a cutting Edmondson and can't. So now Shanahan dishes it back out. Keely Block has it now. Block looks to take it. Pump fakes a shot, doesn't take anything. Circles around the net. Block gives it back out. It's Edmondson. Edmondson fires and no good off the side of the net. Lipkin tries to do a shovel pass, saved again by Quilty, and now whistles blow. We'll have a stoppage of play. Edmondson looked to have scored, but just missed. And then Lipkin had a shot saved there. And the referees will talk it over. We'll see what they do. Maryland leads by 3. And they will retain possession on offense. It's Lipkin with it. Lipkin plays it back out. Now Keely Block gathers at the top of it. Now Edmondson. Edmondson tries to take it in on the right side. Dumps it back down to Shanahan below the net. And now Maryland will reset. It's Kayla Gilmore. Gilmore passes it into Block. Block can't do anything with it. Quilty reaches her stick up, tries to make the save and does. And now Quilty gathers. Just grab that one with her hand, put it in the net. And now Rutgers going the other way with Maselli. It is Theofield with it now. Rutgers successfully clears now a penalty on Maryland. Not great transition defense there by the Terps. And now Kate Theofield will look to make something happen on offense after this dead ball.
Yeah, going back to that untimely shot there, that was a good one-touch pass by Keely Block, but she couldn't get it in the back of the net as it was good read there by Stella Quilty, who made the save. As Maryland will get it back now.
So we will resume play in a second here with Theofield. And Theofield dishes it off. And now Theofield gets it back and will look to attack. It's Elsner. Elsner gives it away. Back to Elsner. Gives it up to Caroline Ling. And now Elsner gets it back. Gives it off to Gabby Mariani. Mariani dishes down low to Theofield. Theofield back to Elsner. Elsner to Ling. Ling can't do anything with it. Gets it to Mariani. Mariani back to Theofield. Theofield back to Mariani. Rutgers trying to get something going on offense. Pass inside is a bad one. Maryland going the other way. That was Maddie Masili that tried to make the play. Or not Maddie Masili, sorry. But now Maryland will lose possession, so Rutgers gets it back. It's Kaylee Coughlin. Coughlin gives it up to Campbell Spillett. And now Mariani will dish it down. We'll see if Rutgers can get something going. They need it badly. Ling has it. Fires. Shot is saved by Soriano. And the Scarlet Knights come up empty on that offensive trip, courtesy of a nice save by JJ Soriano.
Yeah, Suriano is keeping the Terps in this one, not allowing a goal there with a good save. Maryland out in transition now.
Terps looking to attack, trying to get it to Edmondson. Bad pass, but they corral it, and it's Shanahan. So the Terps will settle it down now. 11:32 remaining in this fourth quarter. Maryland leads 10-7. And now Shanahan looks to make a move. We'll start running the offense. And we'll see what Shanahan can get going. Gives it off to Edmondson. Edmondson takes it towards the middle of the field, gives it back to Block. Block has it. Makes a move, fires and scores! Nice shot there by Keely Block. That is number 4. And now Maryland takes in 11-7 lead. Great play there by Block.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Terps needed right there. Keely Block with her 4th goal of the game, extending the lead to 4. You know, if you're Kathy Reese, you got to be proud, but you kind of want a 5 or 6 advantage for Maryland right now. They'll settle with the 4-goal advantage just over 11 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't. The lead right now is some solid padding, but of course you always want to extend that. Though I'm sure Terps will be happy enough as long as they come away with the win. So now another draw control here. Rutgers has closed the gap. It's 12-7 Maryland, but it started off a lot worse. And it'll be Gilmore versus Buck. Buck tries to crowd the ground ball, but can't. Falls to the ground. Maryland has it, and it's Lauren Lapointe on the attack. Lapointe on the right side. Tries to take it in. Works behind the net. Gives it back to Lipkin. Lipkin now will take it under the net herself. Lipkin gives it to Clevenger. Clevenger. And the whistles blow. And we'll see what the call is. I think it'll be a free shot for Maryland. And it will be, as Lipkin will take it. So Jordan Lipkin already has 1 goal in this one. She scored the 2nd goal of the game, looking to get another. As she's taken to the ground. Another foul. And a yellow card is shown. So now Maryland has the advantage. Edmondson will resume play. The Terps leader, Corey Edmondson, is usually the center of the offense. Today it's been more Keely Block, but I'm sure Kathy Reese will take goals where she can find them. Edmondson has it now, gets it to Clevenger. Clevenger works it around to Lipkin. Lipkin underneath the block. Block to Shanahan. Shanahan to Lapointe. Now Lapointe back to Shanahan. Shanahan back to Block. Maryland using the full length of the field. Block wanted to take it, but doesn't. Works it around. Gilmore has it. Back to Lapointe. Lapointe gives it to Lipkin, or Block rather. Now the Terps work it around to Lipkin and then to Edmondson. Another whistle. So the whistle's starting to pile up against the Scarlet Knights. As with just under 9.5 minutes to go, Maryland leads by 4. And we'll see if Corey Edmondson can capitalize on this free shot. Edmondson takes it in. It ricochets off the post. Might have been saved there by Quilty. Maryland regains possession now with Block, who gets it to Shanahan. Shanahan to Lapointe. Lapointe looks to find Block and does. Block gets it to Lipkin. Lipkin to Edmondson. Edmondson to Gilmore. Gilmore down to Lapointe. And now Shanahan has it underneath the net. Back to Lapointe. Lapointe tries to get it to Shanahan. And whistle blows as there's contact. So a lot of whistles now with 8:46 remaining in this fourth quarter. Maryland leads 11-7. Terps being able to control the game so far. 38 seconds left on this shot clock. As we resume play, Lauren LaPointe has it underneath the net, gets it to Block. Now LaPointe back to Shanahan. Shanahan to Gilmore. Gilmore to Shanahan. Shanahan to Block. Gets inside to Lipkin. Lipkin flips it back out. Now Block has it. Gilmore gives it down to LaPointe, just behind the net. LaPointe gives it up to Lipkin. Lipkin tries to find someone, gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore tries to take it in. Can't. Edmondson has it. Edmondson fires off the crossbar and whistles blow after Edmondson collides into some defenders. It was Maddie Mariani that took the hit from Edmondson. And now Rutgers should have possession after the whistles blow.
Yeah, it was unlucky there by the Terps. It was a good save there by Stella Quilty. And then they just couldn't get the rebound there.
So now Rutgers takes it down the other side. More whistles as the referees are going to talk something over. And we will be back shortly when they come to a decision. We will resume play now shortly with 8:14 remaining in this fourth quarter. And Rutgers will hold possession. Long review there, I believe, resulted in a yellow card for Corey Edmondson. So now Rutgers will look to take advantage and see what they can get going in this one. They've struggled so far.
As Maryland has added an extra minute to the game clock, so they'll now go with 8 minutes and 14 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
So now Rutgers has it with Alex Popham. Popham gives it over to Mariani. Mariani over down underneath. It is Theofield. Theofield gets it to Popham. Popham looks to take it in. Is unable to, so gives it back to Mariani. Now, I believe that's Elsner with it. Tries to get it inside to Ling. Unable to. Whistles blow. And Maryland will have possession with 7:19 remaining. So Maryland now will have it as Maddie Sterling will resume play. Sterling, honorable mention to an All-American team this year and Maryland's top defender. So now the Terps will have it on the attack with Shanahan. Shanahan in there with Lipkin. Annabella Schaefer in there as well. On defense, we have on attack, Lexi Dubkak is out there. Keely Block, who scored 4 times. And Kayla Gilmore along with Lauren LaPointe. So Dubkak filling in for Edmondson, who has that yellow card. Terps taking their time right now as Shanahan has it with 6:30 remaining. We'll see what Maryland can get going, but they are also content with just running down this clock. Up 4 with under 6.5 minutes left. Clevenger comes in now. Clevenger has it. Maryland now showing some signs of attack. Block has it underneath the goal. Block dances around, gets it off to LaPointe. LaPointe back to Block. Block now. Looking for a 5th goal. Gets it to Lipkin. Lipkin can't have anything. And whistles blow. Looked like Lipkin got hit in the face there with a stick. I believe that will be a free shot now for Maryland.
So we'll see a substitution coming on for Rutgers. It'll be Kate Theofield.
So now Maryland has a chance to extend its lead here. It'll be Lipkin taking it. Lipkin has scored once in this game already. We'll see if she can get a second. Pass it back out. And the Terps will look to run down the clock as they have a full shot clock now. 90 seconds. No need to rush. LaPointe has it. Underneath the Block. Block gets it over to Shanahan. Shanahan works it around. It's Gilmore now. Back down to Shanahan. Shanahan gives it to Lipkin around. And now that was LaPointe. LaPointe below the net to Gilmore. LaPointe looking to make something happen. Gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore back out. That's Lipkin. Shot saved. Nice save there by Quilty. Lipkin went for another bouncer. unable to get it to go. And now Rutgers will have to attack. Pass by Quilty is a bad one. Maryland gets the turnover. And now will slow it down. Maddie Sterling corralled it. Sterling's been great so far in this one. And now a timeout will be called for Maryland, as they will look to close this one out with 4:51 remaining in this second round matchup. Maryland 11, Rutgers 7. We will be back for WMUC Sports for the remainder of this fourth quarter. We are back now for this final 4:51 in this second round between Maryland and Rutgers. Terps hold possession of the ball, lead 11-7, and they will look to close this one out. We'll see if they can get it done. Maryland now will have it as play starts, and they will take it slow. Kayla Gilmore has it. Takes her time, gives it over to Dubkak. Back to Gilmore. Gilmore on the right side. Just taking her sweet time around. Not too close to the net, but she'll take it in there. Showing signs of attack. Back to Lipkin. Lipkin underneath to Shanahan. Shanahan surveying her options. Just dumps it off back to Lipkin, who fires it straight back to Shanahan. Underneath the net. Shanahan gets it to LaPointe. LaPointe back out to Gilmore. Gilmore looks to attack. Gives it to Clevenger. And now Clevenger gives it to LaPointe. LaPointe underneath the net. That's Shanahan. Shanahan, nice pass to Lexi Dubkak, and it's saved by Stella Quilty. Nice save there by the Rutgers goalie. But again, another turnover for Rutgers on the clear attempt, as Kennedy Major has it. And now Maryland is able to settle it down with a full shot clock and only 3:46 remaining.
What an outstanding save there by Rutgers goaltenders Stella Quilty, as Lexi Dupak was all alone right to the net, and she attempted to shoot the ball around Quilty, but it was just outstanding save there. She had really good foot placement, and she made the save, and Maryland will call timeout with just under 4 minutes to play here. They lead 11-7. We'll be back momentarily from CQ Stadium in College Park here on WMUC Sports.
We will resume play now. Maryland holds possession as we get ready. Keeley Block gets ready to enter it in. Dishes it back to Major. Major sends it up to Lipkin. Lipkin plays it underneath to LaPointe. LaPointe works it to Gilmore. Gilmore to Block. Block 4 goals already. Looking for a 5th. Gives it to Shanahan. Shanahan to Lipkin. Lipkin back to Shanahan. And a whistle blows. 3:23 remaining. As the clock continues to run here. As we have a free shot for Maryland. So we'll see if Maryland can tack on another here or if they're just going to settle it down. And they will settle it down as Maisie Clevenger runs the clock out. Now to Gilmore. Rutgers applying some pressure on defense, trying to get this ball back because they're down 4 with only 2:44 remaining. Dubcak underneath to LaPointe. LaPointe has it, and Lipkin fires off the side of the net. She had an open shot, just misfired it, and now Rutgers will have it. See if they're able to clear something they've struggled with. They need to get the ball in the net and start winning some draw controls if they want a chance. Rutgers now on the attack. It's Paintini works it up, gives it to Maddie Masili. Masili dumps it off, and now Messina has it. Messina gives it back to Popman, and Popham has it now. Popham tries to make a play, fires, and whistle blows after Maddie Sterling took a shot to the chest, it looks like. And she is down right now for Maryland, but she's able to get up to her feet. Hopefully Sterling's okay. I think the ball deflected off of Sterling. With 2 minutes remaining in this one, Maryland leads 11-7 as they will most likely just walk down this clock and come away with a win. Maryland able to clear. Shanahan has it. Shanahan has it underneath the net now. Gives it to LaPointe. LaPointe over to Clevenger. Clevenger to Dubcak. Maryland working it around now. Minute 30 to go in this one. So the Terps will advance, barring some sort of catastrophe, and will play the winner of Syracuse and Navy. That game is being played right now. Syracuse leads 9-3. So if that score holds, Maryland will take on the Orange.
And if Syracuse score holds, that will be a big upset for the Oranges. Navy was ranked 6th entering that matchup. So Syracuse is playing upset up there in Annapolis, and we will hopefully get a chance to see them in roughly 4 days' time here on Thursday afternoon, as just under 30 seconds to play here.
Yeah, Rutgers has it now. They'll look to attack. Time running out. See if they can get something going as Teeny with it. Gives it off, and that shot is good. So Rutgers will get a goal. That is Caroline Ling. And Rutgers brings it to within 3, but it's probably too little too late. Caroline Ling gets her second goal of the game to extend her single season points record for Rutgers. But Ling, not as productive as you would have hoped if you're a Scarlet Knights fan. Maryland able to do a good job on defense, led by Maddie Sterling. So we'll have another draw control here with 23.6 remaining. Maryland leads 11-8. So we'll see if Rutgers can win this draw control and maybe have a chance to make some magic happen. And the draw is bounced around, picked up by Messina. Deflected again. Messina shovels it. And more whistles blow. As there'll be a timeout for the Scarlet Knights. We'll take a quick break and be back for the final 17 seconds of this second round matchup. We are back now for this final 17.2 seconds in this matchup. Maryland dominated start of the game, and that really fueled them throughout. Rutgers tried to make a comeback and cut the lead down to 2 at some points, but Maryland able to fight back and claim the victory. They will move on to the third round of this NCAA tournament as time officially expires. Maryland defeats Rutgers 11-8 in another dominant performance for the Terrapins.
Yeah, Maryland played well all along. They started red hot with a 5-goal advantage, and then that very quickly gave way to Rutgers. They were on a scoring streak in the third quarter. They were able to cut it down to 3, and that was basically where things left off. Down the stretch, Rutgers not able to capitalize on some of Maryland's turnovers. A couple free position shot opportunities for the Scarlet Knights. They were not able to capitalize. Maryland, they played really good defense in the fourth quarter, especially down the stretch. Rutgers had a few opportunities to cut the lead even more to what it was at 3. They fall to the Terps 11-8, so they will head back to Piscataway, and Maryland will stay right here in College Park. They'll look to host the Syracuse Orange on Thursday here at CQ Stadium with the first draw set for 3 p.m. We'll have it for you here on WNBC Sports. For Noah Ghelli, I'm Cam Crossett. We thank you so much for listening here on this Sunday afternoon in College Park. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Thursday.